Alright guys, Indetta1 here, and I'm getting a lot of people asking how I paint the trademarks on like this Chris here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this. You can do this for any gun that fits this criteria, okay? First thing is you need the area that you're wanting to paint, the trademarks or whatever, to be recessed into the gun. That means on a different level, like so there's a lip to them here. As long as they do that, you can do it with anything. So the paint I use is just an acrylic based enamel. This is just a cheap model paint that I picked up at my local hardware store. So all I do is take a paintbrush, or find a fine tip paintbrush, and paint over top of this. I try to keep most of it, you know, in the actual lettering itself, but if you get it above that, that's not a big deal, that's fine. You want to let that dry almost completely, and then I take a really lightly moistened paper towel and just wipe back over top of it gently, and you should wipe off everything that's raised, which leaves only the lettering underneath it filled in with the paint. If you wipe too much of it off, no big deal, you can just go back and refill it in and do it again. So anyways, probably a lot less impressive now, but there you guys go. Really easy to do. So go ahead and try that. Shouldn't be any problem. The other thing I'm going to show you real quick is how I do most of my paint jobs. That guy basically the same. The L85 is the same. My MP7. All of these were done with the same basic technique, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Now the first thing you need to do is make yourself some base templates, and what you want to do is I don't have any with me, but you want like kitchen wax paper. Stuff that you would find in like a baking aisle, the wax paper here. So you just want to take that, and you want to take your masking tape, your painting tape, and you're going to cover it with this. You're going to put the sticky side down on top of the wax paper, and you're going to do rows of it up to, you know, like 8 by 11 or whatever. 8 by 11 is good because you can fit it in your printer. Once you get that, you cut it to the right size. You can't really see my grid on here. There you go. I just did a search for free printable grid pattern graph paper or whatever, set my dimensions to what I wanted, and printed this out, and now I've got, you know, these sheets here. This is what I've got left from what I've painted to make templates from. Now the templates, I just use a really sharp knife, razor knife here, and make sure it's a sharp one, because you want to make sure that your cuts are nice and clean. So you just cut all those out, you know, different sizes, shapes, whatever. And I prefer to use a male template, which is what this is. Now the area that this would have been cut from, that would be called a female template. I haven't had any luck with using those, so I just stick to the male ones. Now because I use the male templates only, I actually end up having to paint my scheme in the reverse pattern that you see. This is pretty war, as you can tell. Basically what I mean by that is the tan here, the dark tan, is my primary color, which means the brown and my light beige color here are my secondary, my accent colors, if you will. These colors will actually get painted first. Now, so basically, and I like to start with the dark colors very first. So I painted the brown first on here. As you can see, I just use Krylon camouflage if I can. I had to go to a satin to get my beige color because they didn't have it in that camo pattern. So other than that, not a big deal. So this mag here, get that to focus, is 2/3 of the way done. I have my brown and I have my tan on here, and you can see I got some templates on here. So basically, after I painted this gun, or this part, brown, I went over it, and all of these templates that you see, like here and here, that aren't painted, those are covering my brown patterns. Put those on, spray paint the entire thing again with your next color, let that dry, and then put on your secondary set of templates, which are the ones that you see that aren't painted. It's really hard to see on the camera, guys, I'm sorry about this. It's like that. Now this mag is pretty much done, so you can see they're all painted. Once you let it all dry, just take your knife and your sharp tip. You can see I've already pulled some of these templates off, and then pull these off. You can sometimes save these and get like 1 or 2 uses out of them. The next gun I'm painting is going to be a big one, so I'm not going to save these. I'm going to start completely with brand new templates. But just use your utility knife to lightly peel these guys up. And it'll leave you with, should leave you with your nice patterns underneath it. So, like I said, really easy to do. You guys are probably a lot less impressed with my paint jobs now. Pretty sure almost anybody out there can do it. I mean, if I can do it, you guys can do it. So, really easy to do. The other thing I wanted to ask you guys real quick is, I'm building my M16 right now, and I've had some people ask, why don't I ever show myself actually building the guns, you know, in the process. Is that something you guys want to see? Because I've got the gun pretty much done with what I'm going to do right now, but I can go back and put some stock parts on it and show you the build process, the building in process. If you guys want, why don't you message below, you know, comment below, let me know if that's what you want to do, if you'd like to see that, and I will go back to do it. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and make a video of it pretty soon. But anyways, there's the paint job, guys. As you can tell, it looks pretty good. If you want to save this and not let it get worn, like I'm letting this one get worn, a little bit of battle use, if you will, go ahead and put a clear coat over top of it. Just make sure you use the flattest clear coat that you can, because any even a satin finish on it will give it a bit of a sheen, and you don't want any sheen on your gun though. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps you out. This pattern can work with anything. You just need to make your, cut your templates to what you actually want. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.